which is fine. All right, what does he got? All right, a little bit of a late start. Coach on the others, right? Dang, son! One more auto. One more auto. Close. That's fine. Okay. Late start, which is fine. We might just even say, let's do another game. Should I get having to blow a smite here? But you're safe enough that you don't have to. If you are going to be going Raptors secondary, you need to be planning the gank bot with it. Because you can go red Raptors, Golems, be level 3 and gank bot. But we can also just go straight into ganking mid. This guy should have E up. Playful Trickster! Oh! Oh, you got a flash out of it. That's kind of cool. Help shove wave. Deny this minion wave from him. Oh, Kazakhs! Wait, when did we use the smite earlier? Because we have smite up. Oh no! Yep, that is just... That's a heartbreaker right there. Okay. Yeah, making sure... Using smite to secure. But again, this game is kind of like... meh worthy. Just because of the really late start. Yeah, I did not use CC to get the armor off of Scuttle. True. We can start snowballing over to this Scuttle. It's looking to gank mid again. Yeah, their bot lane is so beast. Three seconds on it. Yeah, using that move speed increase. I like it. Boom, baby. Yeah, get the snare on this one. This is the only one that can get away. Nice! Got the flash out of it. Yeah, queuing early. True. If you're not going to use smite to secure or something, any neutral objectives, you want to save your Q as the execute. True, true, true. His Raptors should be coming up. Yeah, there they go. Counter gank? Easy mode, right? Triple kill. Dark Harvest Jhin. Dark Harvest Jhin, ladies and gentlemen. DH. A lot of people leave baby crocs. We're going to talk about that after the session. I love eating the minions munches with Nunu Q. True. Take a quick, fast recall. How much gold we got? 1,700. That's pretty good. Huh! How? How? Yeah, that was a clutch Morgana Q, for sure. Spotlight's crazy. Yeah, they are going nuts. What did we buy? We got a pink ward. Nice. This guy shouldn't have flash still. Did we go sweeper? We did. Nice. He's got W. He can't be slowed. He's moving. He's booking. Oh no. What was that sound? How did he beat this Kha'Zix? Good question. Yeah, Kha'Zix is not having a good game. Nunu's actually back in the game pretty heavy-handedly. Even though he just died there. That's his first death. Let's take a look at Demolish. He's gotten this off one time, which is good. Not terrible. He can be starting these snowballs like way farther back, like at tier 1 tower to get here. Like he has plenty of time to use that. Yeah, with his Sunfire now? Does he have Sunfire? No, he's got Bammies though. If he starts his W and runs these over, he still kills them, and he can go straight into his next camp. Sweeper's pretty inefficient if you are starting a buff because the only area that he swept is right here. Whereas if he saved it, he can sweep all the way to like a gank. Because they might have vision here, we don't know. They don't, but you know, they could. See him Tokyo drift out of control. Yeah. There it is. Close. The combo with Nunu though is start with your E. Size everybody up, right? You start with your E, especially if you've missed your snowball. If you've missed your snowball, even though they've already blown flash, it's better to start your E to get the root off and start channeling your R right before your E goes off. So they're snared inside it. You've got your aftershock going, and you've got a big old fatty shield. Volt's your really aggressive KDA player. The size in 1 nom. That's actually pretty neat. Well, it's worth 64 gold. Did I know that? I don't think I knew how much that was worth. That's pretty cool. We don't quite have our up, but we do also have smite, so we could smite, red smite him and hit him a couple times. Start the W a while ago. completely oom. Oh. You got red smite? Red smite him. You got it. Red smite early. That works. Holy moly. Yeah, this Jin's damage is unbelievable. Well, okay, so a couple different things you can do. Prevent them from getting a tower plate or two. Would have been fine. I personally like cycling the Krugs, and then what he did, ganking with his bot lane coming back in. Because if you run in just 1v2, there's a pretty good chance that they can kite. Like Janna Ashe, that's a lot of kite potential. Even though Ashe is aim, she can still auto for the 20% slow. So I think the play that he did was just fine. Oh! Oh, he did. Sad day. We get W in 3. Yeah, his bot lane is going to be doing a lot of damage. Jin's going to get his second IE here pretty soon. 80-80 and 25% crit chance. It's nutty. Yeah, honestly, just identifying your win condition and like going for it. The doubling up on the magic resist is questionable. I mean, yes, their fizz does a lot of damage, but I guess he's going for bonus healing. That's fine. But going for Zeke's would be good. W. What's the point of double IE? All of the components give you bonus damage. It has 80 AD and 25% crit, which is the most out of any item in the game. One thing I don't like seeing is full camps up. No, sir. Do not like it one bit. Yeah, Fiora is so good right now. W for the knockup. Oh, feels bad. Dragon's gonna be gone. Cool. You got plenty magic resist. You win that fight heavy. He tries to go in on you. He's got no MR. You've got so much MR. And healing and red smite. Oh my. Yeah, Max, we're watching a game. We're gonna be talking to him after the after this game is up. Talking about different Nunu things. Kind of a rough game though because he wasn't connected for like the first 2.5 minutes. Big damages. Sad day. Ballsy, thanks for swinging by, man. We'll catch you next time. Hasta la pasta. How much gold are you sitting on? 2,300. Okay, what are we buying? Play Spirit Visage, and I hope... Oh, we went adaptive. Ooh, no, 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 no. What? No! Spirit Visage, 100%, hands down. Feels bad. What are my thoughts on Warwick in the current patch? He seems to be the only jungler in my champ I can do relatively okay with. I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Nom nom nom. Feels bad. All right, so from there, what would have been a better route, right? No reason to be pathing up here. He sees things happening here. Walk down mid, start your snowball. Come and try to help your mid team. Or start your snowball, Tokyo drift it around. Tokyo drift it this way. Because we're sitting on snowball for far too long. Ah, feels bad. Snowball is what keeps you alive because it procs your aftershock. Aftershock is huge. And the adaptive helm isn't doing any favors this game. Their only magic damage Fizz, and he does pretty much nothing adaptive. Maybe his W, like the bleed from his W. But most of Fizz's damage, right, is going to be... Where is Fizz? On his E. EW and R. Feels bad. Alright. Snow bottom. Oh, sorry. Do you think Warwick is in a good spot, or do others similar do the job better? No, Warwick is... I think Warwick is in a fine spot. Nice. I think Warwick is in a fine spot. He has a really, really safe jungle clear. His ganks are really potent. His skill cap is actually not that low. Like, he's got room for growth. And he has outplay potential. I think he's fine. If your team needs like a bruisery tanky jungle, like Nunu or Warwick are both fine to pick up. Trap, trap. Trap, trap, trap. Trap. Trapped. What do you think of jungle OTPs? Easy to ban out. Honestly, I used to have a big problem with OTPs just because if they don't get their champion, they just lose, right? But honestly, I don't mind playing against OTPs just because they are really good at that one champion that they play. So if you play against them and you get really good about playing against them, like you're helping yourself, right? Like you learn how to play against somebody that can only play one champion, and they're really good at that one champion. Take it as a chance to learn. Yeah, Bird Fox, sometimes I will kind of, you know, I'll zone out, especially now that I'm like actually trying to climb. Oh, snowball. Snowball, my dude. If you snowball from base, you keep the home guard the entire time. Dude, the amount of poke this team has is unreal. Alright, so at this point he can go Knight's Vow. I just still don't like the build route that he went. Like, Spirit Visage is fine, right? If you go Spirit Visage into Knight's Vow, one, Nunu already heals quite a bit. He has Revitalize as well. He heals a bunch. He does work. He's only used Demolish once this entire game, so I'm going to talk to him about taking Font of Life instead. It's just so much better for your team overall, because everybody heals off of you. It combines nicely with your Revitalize. The only way that it works with Nunu is if you are using it early to take those additional plates for your team. Because right now, if he puts a Vow on, which he has enough for a Vow, he should be backing getting that. If he puts it on Jhin, like, he's gonna full heal off of Jhin damage. Even though it's not like consistent damage, if Jin's up in the fray and fighting like he has been. Like, I think he just auto wins. So press B, press B, press B. You don't want to flank. You got a bunch of gold. Go back. Take W from the base. You can't do anything. Nice, he got the damage on it. Yeah, I'm looking at somebody's game right now. Claws of Spear, League of Legends, Kappa. Live spectate. This is a current game going on right meow. Look how fast this Nunu goes. It was sped up. That ulti is a little overkill. But it's fine. He still needs to back and buy though. Sitting on this much gold is like really, really greedy. Let's see if he buys the Vow. He's tanking on his own right, but having somebody this far ahead, you want to empower them as much as you possibly can. Next dragon is Infernal. Oh. Did we get it? We got it! It's been stolen! Well done. Tip number one, pick someone who isn't Nunu. Nah, Nunu's fine. Nunu's still in a pretty good spot. Eek. GG, sir. Now they're just gonna bleed out. I think that's what happens here, yeah? I saw that. Feels bad, man. Nunu's very predictable, doesn't bring much to the table, IMO. Okay, so if you are taking advantage of your W, because your W actually gives you a lot of speed throughout the jungle. Oh, he got that, didn't he? Feels bad. If you are taking advantage of Nunu W to get from camp to camp to camp, it's not too bad. Not bad at all. So from here, I mean, there's nothing up down here. But we'll go back and look at it. Predictability doesn't mean it's not OP. True. Which I honestly wouldn't say Nunu's OP right now. I think that he's in a really good spot. There's counters to him, obviously, but I think overall, he's not bad. At this point, though, I think they're just bleeding out. I think that's what happens here. No! You got W. W's coming in. That's a quick little Nunu. Tokyo Drift. Oh. Oh. Looks like game over. It's game over, man. Game over. Ah. Alrighty. Alright guys, so I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick. BRB. BRB. Captain Bird Box, we'll get right back to you. I know it's Bird Fox, but I keep thinking Bird Box. Alrighty. Captain Bird Box is the Lee Sin of Captain Bird Box. Ay. All right, let's get him in Discord. Join up. Let's take a look-see. Hi, love. Ooh. Nice. Yikes. All right. Pizza. I'm excited. We're gonna get to that here in just a moment. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you doing? Just a quick heads up, it looks like your mic is muted. Which you don't have to talk if you don't want to talk. Just give me the go ahead and I'll go into a custom game. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, Bird Fox. We've got a pretty good community here. I like it. I like it a lot. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, there you go. What's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm sorry for that awful Pond Fiesta that you had to witness. Holy
What?
shit.
Nah, man, you're good. Oh, and just a reminder, we are family friendly, so keep the language to a minimum.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean the early game, I mean unavoidable because client went boom, which is kind of a pain, but it happens. There were a couple things on Nunu. I'm gonna first go into just like a practice / training tool, because some of the routes that you're taking aren't really the most optimal. So I've got it streaming live on Discord, or I mean obviously you can also tune in to the stream itself.
Actually, I'll just do the Discord one because I think it's live.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Wait, it will not let me join it.
What? Por qué no?
Like it gives me, like I'm hovering over the join stream tab, but it's grayed out.
Yeah.
I think.
I just restarted it on there. Is it working now? Hey, looks like you're viewing on it. Okay, so one thing I did want to talk about your runes. Previously I did see you going Cheap Shot and Ravenous, which is fine. The last game you went, I think Tenacity Triumph and Alacrity, which is also pretty decent. Personally, I like the Cheap Shot and Relentless, just because you really start to book it on Nunu when you're doing your W, and that's where you get like a lot of your speed throughout the jungle. But I did want to go ahead and show you a couple routes real quick. And honestly, I would even recommend going into just the training tool and playing around with Nunu until you get all like the little Tokyo drifts around the camps down. Mic isn't working, I don't know why, it feels bad. You can hear me though? Yeah. I'm hoping. Oh, okay, cool. All right, so we're going into this game. So earlier, after you cleared red right here, let's go ahead and level up. You went up to Raptor Camp, which is totally fine. But if you go straight down to Golems, your W is back up again, and you're gonna be able to go from Golems straight up to Raptors by the time this is done clearing. And Golems is your most efficient camp for you. It's worth 160 gold, and it's worth the most experience in the game. versus like Gromp is I think 86. This is 100 even, maybe. I don't know. We did the math on them the other day. All you gotta know though is cycling your golems is the most important, and then from golems back up to raptors, and you can do the snowball from like pretty far away. One thing I did notice in a lot of your team fights is that you're holding your W, and then also when you're doing your ulti, you can, let's see, where's the target dummies? You can get 3 of these going, and then start channeling your ult, and they'll be rooted in that area. So one common thing that you can do during a fight, like let's say you didn't use your snowball to get into a fight, start your E on them, and then immediately W, get your other ones going, and then hit R, because they're not going to be able to get very far. And even like let's say they're going to be pathing back to the tower, you can chase them out that way. And even if you have to flash over to there, it's totally fine, because then it completely blocks out their point of escape, and it lets your team kill them. Because your ulti is huge. Like obviously it does the most damage pretty much in the game, and it has the best scaling of any ultimate in the game, but it takes a while to channel. The biggest thing that the enemy team is going to want to do is escape and get away from you, or try to stop you. So they had, what do they have that game? Janna. I think Janna was pretty much the only one that could interrupt you. Or like a really, really well placed W from Yorick. But other than that, those are the only things that can interrupt you. So waiting for the tornado to come out before you start is pretty much all you have to wait for before you start channeling your R. Oh, he's gone. Hello? Hey, welcome back.
Yes, okay. Oh, I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Okay.
I definitely am. I just wanted to kind of tune in, so you knew I was listening.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, the route that you did initially when you did red raptors is totally fine if you're coming back for golems and you're looking to gank immediately into the bot lane. Like that's a pretty common route, but you need to look at the lane state of bottom first. At the time of the game when it first started, they were just pushed like all the way up underneath the tower, and they were. And they were dominating. So there's like pretty much nothing you can do at the start of that, and unless you know that Kha'Zix is going to be there. But because we didn't get into the game until like 2 something, it's kind of.
Yeah, I really thought that like getting Jhin ahead getting bot lane would be a really good plan for the game.
Yeah.
I really sucked that I was late, but I think that early game, I think I played it all right.
Yeah.
For being late, because I counter ganked Kha'Zix down bot, and we got a lot of kills for Jhin. But I mean, in the game, Poppy was flaming me because I was late or whatever.
Oh, and yeah, that's such.
So, but I wasn't able. I didn't feel like we could really do anything to Yorick. I didn't feel like it was something that we could do. Like, I just didn't feel like it was something we could focus.
Oh yeah, no, and that's totally fine leaving Yorick up on an island, because that's, if you get Poppy head, it's not gonna do much for your team. Like Yorick is still gonna do Yorick things. Like he's just kind of one of those champions. Like if you put all of your resources into shutting him down, like everybody else gets out of control, and it takes everybody focusing Yorick down to keep him from pushing a lane. Like that's just the nature of that champ. So like focusing bot lane, I think you're totally fine doing that. Especially because they showed that they could do a lot of damage and carry, because they were already popping off.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was just like Yorick was really far ahead, and then Fizz kind of just dominated his lane. It's really hard to gank Fizz like with his E up, but Xerath is just very. I think that's just a bad matchup for Xerath, to be honest. As far as Fizz, because Fizz can just jump right onto him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I feel like I think it was just one of those normal games. I'm trying to get to rank 30 as quick as possible so I can play rank. But as far as like shutting Kha'Zix down to make sure he didn't get too crazy, I feel like I did an alright job on that one. So, but yeah, I think it was just one of those games. But yeah, the pathing, the reason why I was actually going to go to golems, because that's my usual path is red golems, because yeah, it gives you the most gives you the most experience.
Yeah.
I went to Raptors because I noticed that they were pushed up, and I wanted to get on the other side of the map as quick as possible to try to get know where Kha'Zix was, and try to test my jungle on the other side. But he already had it all gone, so
Yeah.
Yeah. So I should have went red, Raptors, then Golems, right? And then what should I have done after that? Just went to the or invaded his jungle, I guess.
Well, it's kind of difficult just because we did get a late start, so we don't know exactly where he was, and you hadn't spotted him on the map prior to then, so we couldn't actually count to see what his creep score was. Yeah.
Right.
This is upsetting. The replay for this game is missing and isn't available, which is
what?
Kind of a pain.
Hold on.
Match history issue. We are aware of the problem that's causing match history to fail to load, and we're working on a fix.
Oh, maybe it's because I'm still in. Okay, try it. I was still in the champ or the stat.
Oh, okay.
Maybe that was it. Maybe we can actually look at it now.
Open.
Maybe if I play, did it even start up for you?
It had the download button for it, but then it didn't let me download it. Like your other ones do too, but then it says replay for the game is missing and isn't available. So that's kind of a pain.
I'm in.
You're in it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, if you can live stream it, I'll look at that. Go ahead and start it up on Discord, and I'll join you on there.
Live stream, go live. Okay.
Sweet.
So here it is. We'll go ahead and join up right. Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize my loading screen. It does this. I think I need to reinstall the game. It does this a lot. I don't know if everybody else has this issue, but you don't really know you got that bug until you look at the little circle and it's stopping and it froze. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, so skip ahead to like 1:45 or like 2 minutes.
Okay, so I don't think I'm in yet. Let's see. So.
Yeah, and then go ahead and press F1. Nice.
Okay.
Wow, yeah, it wasn't until like 2:30. That feels bad.
Yeah, that feels bad. I really feel like if I would have been earlier, I might have been able to gank. We could have got an early gank top actually, if we really wanted to. I feel like because of how well he was there. But so we'll just go ahead and go. We'll just speed it up a little bit.
Nice. Yeah.
So I get red here.
Yeah, and click on yourself to see your cooldowns.
Okay. Oops. So I get raptors. I see that they're fighting, so I feel like we can actually get something done.
Yeah.
So
which is good. Like you get rid of his flash right here, which is perfect. And then pause the game real quick.
Oh.
Okay, so looking at the wave state of mid right now, though, which going up and getting the scuttle is like probably my knee-jerk reaction, like what I would want to do as well. But Fizz just blew his flash. He's low on HP, and he needs to back, and he doesn't have teleport. So you staying mid and helping your Xerath push this entire wave, he loses basically 2.5 minions worth of a wave, which is more than a kill.
Right.
And you also get to tax this experience to get back into the game. So, just
yeah, I should have pushed that up.
Yeah. Yep.
Now wait, and then I also give Xerath a recall too.
Yep.
Because, yeah, okay.
Which some players are gonna be like, get out of my lane, you're taxing my XP. But
yeah.
you want to play the game correctly. and climb past those players. That's gonna be how you climb. Yep, but go ahead and continue.
I actually find Kha'Zix here. He actually takes this, ends up taking this, which I kind of figured. I was like, maybe he's on the other side. Maybe he started right in path bottom. But no, he invaded my shit for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm surprised he didn't try to actually kill me there, but maybe it's because top didn't have priority. So
yeah, and from there, you smote it at like 500 or 600 HP. If you are going to be using a smite on anything, because you can stack up to 2 charges on it, there's no downside to holding the smite until it's like a kill for it. Go ahead and click on you to see your cooldowns again. Nice, there you go.
Because getting wolves here isn't a bad thing, right?
No.
I think it's like
the only thing is though is your golems. They give 30% less experience at level 1, but they still give more experience than any other camp in the game. But getting them past that level 1 cycling is huge. That's where you get all of your experience.
Yeah, I actually should have gotten reset the camp yet, because it goes level 1 and then level 3 and then level 5, right, and then like level 7, and then the first time you kill it, it resets it.
Yeah.
So you get more experience the next time. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this right here was a really good play. I just waited, and I actually pinged my cooldowns. I don't even think teammates to CeeLo pay attention to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, which
But
this was good, focusing on the Janna there, because the other one's already a guaranteed dead, and making sure that she gets the root. You get the free flash out of there.
Right. So I go to my golems, and I really want to get dragon, because I feel like since I was already behind, I feel like that was something that could buff our team's damage, which we don't get it, but
yeah. Which
feel
when
like
when your bot lane's that far ahead, like having a strong bot lane, like you just play through them and you get all the dragons then. That's like one of the biggest things with Nunu, is because he has such a really strong buff control. You can just play off of that lead.
I kind of figured Kha'Zix would show up, so I kind of just waited for him.
Yeah.
I think.
Which was a good instinct.
He kills our, he gets flash, which is good. I was really happy that the Jhin actually followed up on this. Some AD carriers would have been scared to do that. But,
yeah, those Dark Harvest stacks are huge for him too. So from here, you're sitting on what, like 1,600 gold, 1,700?
how do I check my gold again?
Press X.
Okay,
yeah,
so
1,600.
So I want to go ahead and get a plate for him here. I feel like that was something we could do.
Yeah.
So then, oh, by the way, our mid laner Xerath was silver, and their Fizz was diamond. So.
And that's already like a terrible matchup for him. So.
Yeah, so it was like a terrible. Yeah. I feel like he stayed way too long.
Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't die. He doesn't die.
One of the most clutch bindings in the game. Yeah. So from
this
here,
Morgana actually has some really good bindings. I wasn't gonna lie, but
yeah. So if you start your snowball like right here, you can actually make it to the Raptors. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But getting used to like the max range of your snowball, because you get increased movement speed. Just double click Nunu, and then there we go. Nice. So it's just gonna follow you around the map now. So from here, you can get priority for your bot lane again, and then transition immediately into a dragon play.
I think right here was a little troll. What I'm about to do here, I invade him when our bot lane doesn't have priority, but I felt like if Kha'Zix wasn't there, I could ward a deep ward and then spot him if he tried to come.
Yeah.
Which I'm really happy that Xerath did this.
Yeah, you got to kill, but you want to path down to your bot lane. They're the fed ones.
Yeah, I should have went bot instead of there.
Yeah. Because knowing where your teammates are is a big part of it. Because bot lane was rotating up, you just snowballed back down to safety, or even Let's see, did you... I don't think you had Aftershock up. Like, if you use your Snowball to proc Aftershock, and a lot of the fights that you take, you would have survived, or at least been able to soak a lot more damage with your Aftershock, which we see later on in different team fights.
So I feel like here, I just get my golems, and then get my red, and then I try to focus spot again. I think we try to do a dive, but I get a kill, but it ended up not really... I don't know if it was worth or not.
Yep.
We could try to speed this up, actually. And then... Yeah, I get red here.
So also those little golems, you're leaving behind like 60, 70 gold there, because they're each worth 10. And you don't want to auto each one individually, but if you have your snowball up, you just use your snowball and path over them. They all die to your talisman then.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I felt like we could execute that dive pretty well, but our bot lane just didn't want to do it, or I guess they weren't in a position to. So, we just didn't.
So with that fight there, proccing your Aftershock before you start your ultimate is huge, because you can soak a lot more damage. Right. So before ulting on Nunu, you want to make sure that they're getting snared. So start your snowballs and then get as close to them as possible. Janna was also holding her Q to cancel it. Wait for those cooldowns to be up or off until you start that channel, because you are the main focus there, because you're up there by yourself.
I just go top. I don't know if going top here was the best move, but I just wanted to soak up some experience.
Yeah.
And get Yorick off the tower. I don't know if that was right or not. I felt bad because like Poppy wanted my help, but I just couldn't help her. Yeah. Honestly, I just felt like he could just put his W down, and my snowball is like it just gets he could just stop my snowball so easily.
Yeah. But from here, because you just show top, it should be like a really, really easy indicator for the enemy team to go ahead and start Dragon, which I think is what they end up doing.
Actually,
I think Kha'Zix is already on it.
Yeah, Kha'Zix takes it, yeah. I didn't think he would actually take it by himself. I didn't think he felt like he had mid priority, but he didn't have bot priority, which is huge. So I didn't think he'd actually util it, but oh, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
Oh, wow. So I don't know if I should have helped them there or just path down. But
which we talked about this part on the stream as well, because people were asking if you should have just passed straight down there or wait for your golems. And I think what you did is fine, because you took your golems off the board, which is important.
Yeah, definitely.
And then also they gave your bot lane enough time to actually like come back into the lane.
Yeah, I was waiting for my gen to catch up. I was hoping you would.
Yeah.
I feel like here they get tower, and I actually wanted my bot lane to go top after this, because they already got the tower, and then I can give Poppy time to split
and get up to Rift Herald then.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, but I actually our Xerath just gets and I feel like my team. I try to ping my team off of some stuff, like they would get kills and then they go way too far and they would overextend.
Yeah.
And I feel like this right here, him being here is just not good. He's low. I mean, sure, but there's like a lot of risk factors here. Like Kha'Zix can come and just one-shot him. So I felt like being here was a need. But their team's trolling, so.
Yeah. They are just wanting to do a lot of damage. And I mean, it's a normal game, so that's kind of to be expected.
So, okay.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to actually start at the regular time when I'm getting codes, so.
Right. Yeah, we'll have to do another review for you. Pro bono.
It's fine. I mean, obviously I learned a lot from it though. Still, I'm wanting to get to level 30 as quick as possible so I can start. But
Yeah, with
biggest...
level 30s as well. Once you're doing ranked games, I'll be able to actually go in and spectate those games after the fact too, so they don't necessarily need to be live. So once you get 30 and you play a couple ranked games, if there's like one that stands out, I definitely wouldn't mind taking a look at it.
Right.
But yeah, with Nunu, like from level 4 and on, you can pretty easily solo Dragon. Go ahead and skip ahead to the end. Go to like 25-30 minutes, and then pause it and bring up the items.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna pause it. Okay, so these are the items that I have.
Okay. So Adaptive Helm, the only person on the enemy team that's doing magic damage is the Fizz, and most of his damage is burst, right? Because his W and his E and his R, they're all separate abilities that, like his W, yes, the bleed would get reduced by the adaptive. But other than that, what was your motivation for building the adaptive?
Well, the motivation was Fizz, the passive that Adaptive Helm does, like taking magic damage reduces all the other damage.
Yeah.
So I was wanting to do it for Yorick when he has his Maiden up, because it does consistent magic damage to you, and he's really fed, and I just thought maybe that'd be a good item to go.
Okay.
But then I went into Deadman's for more movement speed and armor for Ashe and Kha'Zix, and Yorick does AD too, right? So
yeah,
that also helps against their team there. And then I was gonna build either a Warmogs, or I think I was gonna build Warmogs afterwards. I probably should have built some support items for the Jhin. I was thinking about that as I was after the game. I was like, man, I could have built a Knight's Vow. Maybe we would have been able to do a lot with that. Maybe even what was the other one? This item here, yeah. Locket.
The Zeeks, or yeah, Locket. Yeah, Locket would be
I don't
good
know.
too.
Maybe that would have been good. I don't know. Morgana already had one, so that was my thought process on it. I imagine I could have built probably better.
Yeah, because the adaptive, if you hover over it again.
Yeah.
So the tooltip is taking magic damage from a spell or effect reduces all subsequent magic damage taken from that spell or effect by 20%. So yes, it would impact the Maiden, like that damage over time, but
right.
that's pretty much the only thing on the enemy team that would do that. And with your consume doing 1,000 damage, like anytime he pops Maiden in a fight, you can just immediately chomp that and kill it.
Right.
Having a 19-8 Jhin bot lane that has triple IE, about to be 100% crit, like if you, like I 100% believe that if you win Spirit Visage this game and Knight's Vow, you just never die, because you already had Revitalize, so you're getting a lot of healing benefit off of that. With the additional 30% and a Knight's Vow, like Jhin would be able to keep you topped off in most of these fights, and you'd still get the same HP, cooldown reduction, magic resist. Like it, the only time I really like to build an adaptive is if, let's see, like maybe
like a Teemo or something.
Yeah, Teemo makes sense. Brand makes a lot of sense. Talia, a lot of those champions that like they have all of their damage put into just a couple spells that do like repeat damage.
Yeah, repeat damage.
Yeah, Singed. Yeah, Ozone. That's a good one as well. Whereas their team, like, I mean, I don't know. The E, the W, the R, the Lichbane, all those are separate sources of damage. So Fizz doesn't really get countered by adaptive.
Yeah, I know. I think Knight's Vow would have been better.
Yeah.
I think I could have built that plus Spirit Visage, because Spirit Visage gives you the extra, more health, more healing off of your Q.
Yeah.
Right. And actually, doesn't it, you get healing from Knight's Vow, correct?
Correct, yeah. So it
actually amplifies the healing from that. So
exactly, yeah. And then if you top it off with a Zeke's Convergence, like as soon as you ult, the ADC starts popping off, and with those three items combined, like the amount of healing that you get from Vow just increases exponentially because those 3 items synergize together with each other.
Right. Okay. I definitely should have done that. Do you ever really build Knight's Vow? Because I know you don't really play. I've never really seen you play tanks on stream yet. But do you ever build Knight's Vow for like other people other than the AD carry? So maybe your mid laner, maybe your top laner.
Yeah, like if your mid laner has a consistent source of damage, like it works really, really well on champions that are squishy and they have consistent damage. So like shoot, I don't even know. Katarina works really well on. I can't think of anybody else.
Would Yasuo work?
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yasuo is a great target because he has built-in shields, like which gives him that inherent tankiness, and his damage is just a constant source of damage. So like, it's so nice for him because he keeps you topped off, you keep him relatively safe. Yeah, Rise is another good one. Use it, yes. Okay. Coming in clutch.
Okay.
So I think just the build path, and then because your bot lane had Prio a lot at level 4, level 5, I think soloing the Baron or not the Baron, the Dragon, cycling the dragons more often definitely could have helped too, and then just focusing on winning through bot and getting those supportive items for your ADC.
Yeah, I guess one thing maybe that I don't do often that I've been told I should do more is invading. It just one of the things I don't like about invading is like it's a risky thing because if you invade, because Nunu can just take camps away from people really easily with his consume.
Yeah.
But the problem is if you get into a skirmish and their laners move and your laners don't, then you get into a sticky situation. It's like it's not as hard to get away like the old Nunu used to be. You know what I mean? So you can't just you can get in there, but it's hard to kind of get out. So
I got you. With that, like with good jungle tracking, like I mean, obviously I don't know if you were tabbing frequently to see how much CS the enemy jungle has, but each camp is worth 4. So if you know, and it's I mean this game I honestly don't consider this like an actual game because we didn't get a start until 2:30, so or it's really difficult because a jungler, their game starts at 15 seconds. Everybody else is like, oh, the game doesn't start till 1:30, but a jungler, you start at 15 seconds into the game because the tracking, setting up vision, and getting to know where the enemy jungle is. Because like, if you can get early wards on their raptors, early wards over by their blue buff, just to kind of get a feel for where their pathing is going, you can start to effectively know exactly where they're at all times. Because if they show up somewhere, you press tab, you do some quick math, and then you can see what they've taken. If they're level 3 and they have 12 CS, you know that they took their golems. Different little things like that.
Right. Yeah. I think a lot of junglers are taking golems more now, so it's kind of like more common.
Yeah.
It's like a must at level 1. You kind of have to, or level 2. But I think one thing that I also, when I'm tracking the enemy jungler, I do need to do better at that. I try my best to know where they are and stuff. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's really easy to know where they start based on like where the laners are. But for me, it's like, man, thinking about what the enemy jungler is going to do, you can either try to counter what they do or try to make plays like on the opposite side of the map while they're making plays. Like, let's say they want to focus top side, but I want to focus bot side.
Yeah.
But I could counter what they do. It's kind of like, I guess those decisions for me are the hardest.
Yeah, for me, if I know that they're going to be ganking topside and you win the 2v2, it's better to be the second person to the fight because a lot of times they'll blow all of their engages. Like, let's say it's Jarvan, they're going to EQ to get onto your laner, right? Both those are on cooldown. They for sure, they know that they win the 2v1 even if he blows those cooldowns. But if you're sitting there waiting in the tri-bush and you're like, as soon as he engages, I'm going to snowball over here. Like, you guys win that hands down just because whoever shows up second to the fight, they normally win. So so if you know that they're going to be ganking somewhere and you win that 2v2, it's, in my opinion, early game, like if they're going to be top focused, match that focus, because if you get your top laner ahead, that jungler now has to focus on getting their top lane even, otherwise they risk that snowball just getting out of control. And then post 5 minutes, you're playing Nunu. You can solo dragon at any time. So knowing that the enemy jungler is going to be focusing top, you set up your vision around dragon. As soon as he shows, boom, you just got yourself an early whatever Drake is up at the time. And it's
right, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I think there's some junglers, like, for in this game, I kind of try to figure out what, obviously when I was late, it kind of was just like, all right, whatever, but I felt like for Kha'Zix, like, if I was him, I would have focused probably mid lane, because Fizz is a snowbally champion.
Yeah.
Zera doesn't have a lot of mobility. He has high cooldowns early. You could really just jump on him and kill him. Yeah. Really. Top lane is kind of like, you could also try to get top lane ahead as well, just because, like, you got the cage from York that you can catch Poppy in. I don't know how well effective, but I felt like bot lane for Kha'Zix isn't really that great, because you got Jhin and Morgana, and Morgana can just, I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but I just feel like Ashe and Jhin, I can't really follow up with Kha'Zix that well. They don't have that great a CC. Maybe if it was like an Ashe Leona or something of that nature, they can get on top of them, but I don't know. So I feel like bot lane was the focus this game here.
Yeah, which I think Kha'Zix did well, because he can't really go toe to toe with Nunu early game, just because Nunu heals a bunch, he clears faster, he does insane things, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where Nunu can pull ahead, is just like how fast he can clear. I mean, you should have already been top side by the time he was able to invade your top side, so it's not like a legitimate match, because again, we started late. But I think for Kha'Zix, where he excels, at least in the current meta, is getting to level 6 and then ganking. So like he should be power farming and like trying to power farm up to level 6, because even in the 1v1s, I think Nunu can still beat him early game in the 1v1, especially once you get skirmishers. Like, you just skirmisher him and then auto, and he's a sad boy. So unless he gets
definitely,
unless he gets ahead, like, Nunu wins pretty hard. And then with Q Evolve, he has one of the fastest jungle clears, or excuse me, one of the fastest neutral objective clears. So like, as soon as Kha'Zix is level 6, you got to be worried about him taking dragon. You can take dragon as early as like level 4 solo and be relatively safe, just saving up your smites and then going to it. Right. But with Kha'Zix, anytime post 6, you got to have a pink ward on it pretty much at all times.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, I appreciate the coaching session, dude. I got any other like tips and stuff because my goal really is, I'm trying to find, like, I want to do more coaching sessions. So I'm probably gonna play more, get ranked, try to, because it's getting closer to the end of the season. So
yeah, you gotta push high again. Get the whatchamacallit, what is the Victorious skin? You gotta at least get the Victorious skin. You're not gonna get banned on this account, right? You're gonna keep it reformed?
No, I actually, to be honest with you, I don't even know how I got banned on my last one. I know Riot says it's like 0.06 or 0.006%, but that's a lie.
That's a lie.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Riot just punishes people for just typing in chat in general. If you get enough reports, it's just like, Riot's just like, oh, this guy's been reported a lot of times. We're not going to look at why he was reported. It's just he was reported.
Just the sheer number. Yeah. A lot of times you can petition Riot. Like, if you message them and be like, hey, I want this reviewed, like, sometimes they'll review it. But if it was a perma ban, then yeah, usually not. And if there's any like sort of if there's specifically choice words, then a lot of times it's very difficult to get it unbanned. I got chat restricted once. I had my honor stripped down to 0. And Riot was able to.
That's rough, man.
Riot reverted the honor penalty, but they're like, yeah, well, the chat restriction's already gone because it was only for like 10 games, so they're like, can't do anything about that. But we took away the honor penalty just because in my game I had 2 bot laners that both built Moby's boots, and they're like, we wonder how many times we can run it down before 20 minutes. And like legit, like on spawn, they just ran it down and kept on dying. So I asked the enemy team to report my bot lane, And the enemy team was like, "We're gonna report you. They're giving us a free win." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And then I got chat restricted. And I'm like,
yeah, see, that's
thanks,
the thing
Riot.
is, I don't know. The motto that I always stood by is you can mute toxic, or you can't mute toxic. Or you can mute toxic, but you can't mute trash. Like, there's people that are in my games and lower elos that are just, they're literally just troll.
Yeah.
And won't type anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't report them for being toxic, but they're being toxic in other ways. And Riot only cares about, I feel like they only care about what's being said in the game rather than what's being done in the game.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. I get a lot of that. I feel like I get in a lot of games with 4-man squads and they're like, oh, this guy's trash. We're just going to all report him. And then there you go.
Just don't type anything. Just don't type.
Yeah, I actually just mute all every game. Just
Yeah.
talk with pings, and because talking is just not going to help. But
Yeah.
I want to get to, my goal is I want to get to Diamond first. That's my goal first.
Yeah, man.
I'm not going to shoot for like Challenger first thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
baby steps. There you go.
Yeah, but I want to get to at least like Plat 1, Diamond 4, or Diamond 4 is what I want to get first.
Yeah.
And I know Diamond 4 isn't the best, but it's a stepping stone, and so
no,
I
think that's a great goal. I mean, and it's really difficult because like a lot of times, I mean, we're playing a video game, right? Where the point is to have fun, but there is a sense of achievement, and there's a sense of satisfaction setting goals for yourself and being able to reach those goals. So like, I totally get that.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep on. I'll probably do another coaching session here in the next. With you probably in the next, I'd say, month.
Yeah, bro, I'm looking
but
forward to it.
Yeah, I don't know right now. So I should try Echo Jungle. I'm gonna try it. I don't know how well it's gonna be, like until it's stripped down to the letter, and it's not gonna be good anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten like 4 consecutive buffs in a row, I feel like, so.
Yeah, is this clear that good? Is this clear that good right now?
It's pretty safe. He's now got like a 2.25 second stun on his W. His clear was fine beforehand, and yeah, I think he's in a great spot.
Okay.
Oh, hey, would you
type
something in the stream chat?
All right, let me go ahead and do that real quick. I'm gonna exit out here.
Roger. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I was able to find you on it.
Yeah. Yep. So, how do you like write these things down and what I need to work on, and then give them to me, and I just kind of work on that, and then next time we meet, we'll just kind of see where the progress is, I guess.
Yeah. Which let me figure something out here real quick. Sorry, I'm doing. All right. Oh snap! Anonymous coming in clutch with that gifted sub. Jamebi, welcome to the Pyro Pals. You just got gifted a sub, my dude.
I got gifted a sub.
Yeah.
So that's what that means. Okay.
Dude, bro.
All right, I appreciate the gift.
Yeah, somebody must have liked the coaching session, and they're like, "Hey, let's give this guy a sub."
I don't know why. It was pretty sad game.
No, it was good. It was good. No, but yeah, and answering your question, yes, we'll look at a couple things, especially like specific champions. Like if there's little micro tweaks that we can do. If we are doing stream coaching sessions or even like private coaching sessions off stream, like we'll talk about certain areas of improvement, and then like I can hold you accountable in those areas to be like, hey, you did that thing again that you're not supposed to do. And then, I mean, depending on like how in depth you want to get, because I like teaching and I like showing things, and I try to be an informative streamer as I go. But if there's somebody that I'm just hyper focusing on, like I'll try to learn the ins and outs of like the depths of your skill and see where I can help with that. So
right, yeah, no, I definitely I think one thing, what did you think about my warding, like doing deep wards? And I always try to do really well at getting vision, scanning for wards and stuff like that.
Yes,
my vision score actually every game has been really high as a jungler. I've come a long way. as far as like trying to get as much vision score as I can and canceling out as many wards as I can.
Yeah, so. Which I did see. I think some of the priority wards that you're doing was like right here. I saw at least one pink ward there. But if we are looking to do like an invade at some point, like a pink ward back here is going to give us a little bit more information, because it's going to see, we're going to see them anytime that they path around these camps. So if you can get it right at the corner on this one, like some people will be like, I'm going to throw a ward like in the bush, and they'll do like over here, but that's a terrible ward. You want to make sure that it's on this corner so that you can see them path through here, because you'll see them start red, you'll see them path up to golems, and you can kind of get timers down on this then, because each camp respawns 2.5 minutes after you take them.
Right.
So most junglers, once they do red, they'll get a leash, they'll come up and take golems. So you know at like that 4:15 to 4:30 mark, their golems are going to be up. So that's going to be huge, especially as Nunu jungle, because what you can do, red golems raptors, either gank mid, or if you are going to be ganking bot, you can do red raptors golems, go to gank bot, help push in the wave, get a deep vision on them here to see if they've taken camps. It doesn't matter if they come up here and take all of your top tier camps, because you take scuttle and you can reset, and then you can path immediately into their top side. Because if they started red and they've cleared these 3 camps and then they came down here to stop you from taking theirs, or if they came in and took yours here, you can just immediately path back up, take their golems on spawn, drop a pink ward right here, come down here and take scuttle, drop a yellow trinket right here, and then go back into your bottom jungle, because these camps are going to be the biggest gold value and biggest experience value. So if you can deny these 2 camps, that's huge. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, especially taking it away from them.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if they've come in and taken Gromp and Wolves. That's actually a benefit for you, because what they're doing is cycling your camps for you, and they're taking their time to cycle a camp that's worth 86 gold and like 100 gold, whereas you're getting 160 gold with a lot more XP, and I think it's like 120 or something. I don't know. It's more than Wolves though, because the gold value is Krugs, Raptors, Wolves, and then Gromp, and then both buffs are worth 100. But even if they take both, or if they take your entire top jungle here, like just getting these 2 is way better.
Okay.
So. Yeah.
So at what point do you want to like ward go and actually get deep vision? Do you want to take camps, get deep vision, or do you want to get deep vision and get your camps? Because I guess that's where where it lies for me, is like, when do you go and actually get your?
Yeah. So at level 1, like right when the game starts, typically what I'll do is I'll path just immediately to the river bush, because bot or blue side, they should have control of this one just because of the proximity to this other bush. And then if you're red side, you should immediately have proximity and control of this bush. If you're playing any champion like Talia, Jarvan, anybody that has like a untargeted ability or skill shot that you can throw it into this bush real quick. Check if they're there. If they are there, you got to be safe. But I typically like to throw down a ward on their raptors just to see, hey, did they cycle the raptors, or are they skipping the raptors? Or like if you can, and it's really safe to do so, like let's say your entire bot lane is here and your red side, so you're invading with all of your people at level 1, you can even look to push the ward in this bush to see if they skip it and still get spotted in the transition. Because if a jungler is starting red and they're starting red, they don't show on this, but they go straight to Krugs, you know that your bot lane needs to play safe, or they pathed over here to reset, meaning that they left their raptors up. And then as the jungler that wants those raptors, you can go red, Krugs, raptors, reset around, take this, and if they didn't take golems at all, you can check there as well. But it's all about, like,
doesn't also matter if you have like priority in lanes too, whether you go get some deep vision.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I figured so.
Yeah, one thing, like mid lane, mid lane is the 2v2 lane. Before establishing any sort of vision control in the enemy jungle, you can just gank. Like how you did with the Xerath, you got the flash on the Fizz. Fizz had to flash out. Let's do other way. So you came in and ganked. Fizz and Xerath both blew flash. And from here, you guys could have pushed this lane in, effectively limiting how much CS or experience Fizz could get. Like if he stayed, pretty good chance that you guys can get a kill. Or at the very least, just limit how much CS he can get, because if Xerath lands an E, WQ, he dies. So if he comes up for a CS, it's just good night, Fizz. Right. You're not going to have a good time. And then from there, if your mid lane comes with you, from there you can establish deep vision once you get this wave to crash.
Right. Okay. I think one thing is Nunu. The one thing that really sucks is playing Nunu. You got champions like Anivia. I think that's part of the reason why I don't always snowball in, is because I felt like Yorick could just cancel it out by throwing down his cage.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Or like when I'm facing a Anivia or Morgana, like Anivia just puts up a wall and you're screwed. So I don't know. I think I got in the habit of not trying to be cautious when I use my W. I don't always max it. I do put like a couple points in there. Like I put 2 points into my W usually, and then I max my E. So that way I have some cooldown on my W, but E is just much better for the duration and all that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because it gives you the additional slow. It's more of a in combat ability versus W is usually used as an engage.
Okay.
But yeah, I think overall, like Nunu's a fun champ. Like you can do a lot with it. The runes. Ah, yes, I forgot about talking about runes. Let me find you. What the heck am I typing? Let's take a look-see. Runes. Okay, so Demolish you only used once, which is really ineffective for that rune. If you are going to be running Demolish with Nunu, you've got to be doing repeat ganks. And if you are going to be running Demolish, the rune that you want to take with it is probably Cheap Shot and Relentless Hunter, because then you're just repeat ganking. You get increased movement speed with your snowball, like you're just going to be booking it. Alternatively, you could also go Celerity and Water Walking, because both of those work pretty well. Because when you
I actually go those. I go those most of the time. I've been trying different runes out lately.
Yeah.
But what's really cool about the Celerity and Water Walking is when you get Dead Man's Plate and you get your boots upgraded, you're like constantly like just running like all the time, super fast everywhere. And it's pretty nice.
Yeah. I'm eating pizza now. But no, also little tidbit with the Celerity and Water Walking, if you start your snowball in the river, you keep that move speed throughout the entire snowball.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. 100%. And it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But if you aren't going to be going the route where you're just like hardcore ganking the same lane over and over again, swap out Demolish for Fawn of Life, because that's going to be more impactful for you in team fights and later on in the game.
So should I not take Demolish? Should I take probably something else?
Yep.
Unless I want to use it.
Yeah, the Fawn of Life.
Fawn of Life's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like Demolish, when you at the time that you like, let's say there's times where you want to push it in and help get plates, and then there's times where you don't. But like for me, Nunu's auto attacks suck. Okay, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Against towers, it's like you're hitting it, but it's not doing any damage. So that's why I always take it, because when you do it, it does help to get some oomph to those auto attacks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I definitely should use it more often.
Yeah, but if you are running Demolish, just like repeat gank a lane. Anytime Demolish is off cooldown, especially early game, because like you said, plates are huge. To fully take advantage of that, though, like maybe even consider just farming your bot side. So like Raptors, red, wolves, gank. Or excuse me, Raptors, red, Krugs. Gank, get the proc, reset, clear your top side, gank top, back, do it again. And you just keep on resetting and taking advantage of the demolition.
So I have Notepad open. Before we get go ahead and end it here, I'm gonna go ahead and write down just things that I need to work on. So I'll go ahead and let you tell me those things. I think the one thing you said was, repeat gank to use demolish more.
Yeah. If you are going to be keeping the demolish rune, either that or if you're wanting to keep the same playstyle that you're going for right now, change it to Font of Life.
Okay.
But if you are going demolish, you'll also want to swap out for the cheap shot and relentless hunter.